It just occurred to me that even though my channel is called Bratwurst and Beyond, I haven't made any videos about sausages yet. I've mentioned sausages, Bratwurst in particular, in some of my videos, but I've definitely been focusing more on the Beyond than on the Bratwurst. That all changes now. Here's the episode on German sausages that you've all been waiting for. Los geht's! Let's get started with an overview of sausages in Germany. I've mentioned before that German cuisine is basically comfort food with a focus on meat and potatoes. And sausages are a huge part of the traditional German food scene. In fact, sausages are so popular here that there are more than 1,500 types of sausages that are made in Germany. Don't worry, I'm not going to go over all 1,500 types. I'm just going to focus on some of the most popular and well-known ones. So, this is really more of a beginner's guide to German sausages. Before we move on to some specific types of sausages, there are a few things that you should know. First, there are strict regulations governing sausage ingredients in Germany that have been in place since the 13th century. The Market Ordinance of Landshut in 1236 stipulated that only top quality meat could be used in sausages. So this means that sausages are very high quality here. Second, the term sausage is pretty broad because it includes sausages that are grilled, fried, or boiled, as well as sausages that are spreadable or that can be sliced into cold cuts. For now though, I'm just going to focus on the main ones that are grilled, fried, or boiled. Third, what people think of as being German sausages in America are usually not the same as real German sausages. American companies like Johnsonville and Boar's Head add sugar, fake flavor, preservatives, and other chemicals to their sausages that are simply not allowed in Germany or even throughout Europe. Even though you might find the real thing in some German specialty shops in the US, you probably haven't had German sausages until you've gotten it here in Germany. Finally, you should know that the word Bratwurst is sort of a general, all-encompassing term that can refer to many different types of sausage from different parts of Germany. So, I'm going to talk about some of the more specific varieties of Bratwurst and other types of sausages in this video instead of just Bratwurst in general. Okay, with that out of the way, here are 5 of the most popular and commonly known German sausages in order of my least favorite to my most favorite. Let's start with my worst of the worst, or my least favorite of the popular sausages. This sausage is known as Weisswurst, or white sausage, and it's very popular in southern Germany. This is a traditional Bavarian sausage made from minced veal and pork, and it's usually flavored with parsley, lemon, mace, onions, ginger, and cardamom. They're typically boiled and eaten immediately since they aren't smoked and don't have any preservatives. Weisswurst is often eaten for breakfast or for a snack between breakfast and lunch. They're traditionally served with a pretzel, Bavarian sweet mustard, and a beer. Now, Weisswurst is definitely my least favorite of the most popular German sausages, and here's a few reasons why. I don't like the color, I don't like the flavor, or even the texture, and I especially don't like that they're boiled. I'm generally not a fan of boiled meats. One thing that's funny about Weisswurst is that it's a specialty that's really confined to southern Germany. There's what's known as the Weisswurst equator, which sounds like a joke, but Weisswurst isn't really eaten north of the 49th parallel, the Main River, or the Speyer line, which is a linguistic barrier between German dialects in northern and southern Germany. The next sausage on the list, which is one that I do like and I will eat though rarely, is one that I'm sure many Americans have heard of, the Frankfurter. Frankfurters come from, you guessed it, the Frankfurt area, which is in the German state of Hessen. They're pork sausages that are usually smoked and boiled, which is why I don't eat them that much. They're traditionally served with bread, mustard, horseradish, or potato salad. And, interestingly, they're also always traditionally served in pairs. Now we're getting into the types of sausages that I eat regularly. The first one of these, Nürnberger Rostbratwurst, is a type of bratwurst that comes from, you guessed it again, Nuremberg, which is in Bavaria. Look at you! These small pork sausages, which are flavored with marjoram, pepper, cardamom, ginger, lemon, and salt, are partly boiled and then grilled. They've been making these sausages in Nürnberg since the year 1300. At sausage stands in Nürnberg, these sausages are often placed 3 at a time in a roll and covered with mustard. Oh, and by the way, the average mustard in Germany is much better than your typical American yellow mustard. Just saying. Anyways, Nürnberger sausages can also be served with sauerkraut, potato salad, or horseradish. I often get these myself and fry them up with eggs and potatoes for breakfast. Yum! The next sausage on the list is one of my all-time favorites, and it's quite popular here in Berlin, Currywurst. Of course, there are a number of different origin stories for Currywurst, but the most accepted one is that Currywurst was invented in 1949 by Herta Hoyer when she combined ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, and curry powder borrowed from British soldiers. She poured the mixture over grilled pork sausage and began selling it at a stand in Berlin's Charlottenburg neighborhood, and Currywurst was born. Currywurst is usually served with fries or a roll. Today, Currywurst, which is enormously popular, is sold at stands throughout Berlin and in many other German cities. Some of the best-known Currywurst stands in Berlin are Curry 36, seen here at Berlin Central Station, Knapke's in Prenzlauer Berg, and Currywolf, which, in addition to other locations, has a stand right by the Brandenburg Gate. I go out to get Currywurst pretty often here. I even make a version for myself at home with fried potatoes that's really good. Finally, my favorite type of German sausage is Thüringer Bratwurst. This Bratwurst variant from the German state of Thüringen has a history that dates back until at least the 15th century. Thüringer are usually made of low-fat pork, salt, pepper, caraway, marjoram, and garlic. These wonderful sausages are grilled and served in a roll with mustard. I love to get them whenever I'm at outdoor markets and events like Christmas markets. I always just look for the swinging grills like this one, where they have the absolute best grilled sausages. Okay, so I just want to leave you with one last sausage-related fact. Since sausages are so popular here in Germany, they've even made their way into a number of common expressions. Take a look at some of these. A couple that always make me chuckle are "Das ist mir Wurst," meaning it doesn't matter to me, and "Armes Würstchen," meaning you poor thing. Oh man, now I gotta go get myself a Currywurst after talking about all of this. I'm off to my local stand. I'll see you all again soon. Tschüss, bis später!